There's been a lot of great reporting on Elon Musk's massive donations to multiple Republican candidates, having given $10 million to try to get Ron DeSantis elected president, oops, and now countless tens of millions of dollars to get Donald Trump elected president. Again, all of this is an investment. It's so that his taxes will be cut, to be clear, but he is not just giving to Donald Trump. He is almost single-handedly buoying the candidacies of many of the most vulnerable Republican congressional candidates. If you take a look at this, here is the donations that his PAC is giving to individual congressional Republicans. The top one, Mike Lawler, almost $1 million just for him. And it goes on and on and on. 18 different districts where the Democrats have been raising a bunch more actual money than the Republicans. So that's kind of a bad thing for the Republicans. They're being outspent by about $40 million, the GOP Congressional Leadership Fund versus the Democratic fund. And that, theoretically is bad. It shows that like people don't support your party as much, but don't worry, you got a billionaire. And so he just takes care of it. He just does it by himself. And then, it's exactly the swamp stuff that the Republicans used to talk about. And oh, dear God, can you imagine if Elon Musk was Jewish, what Republicans would be saying about this? But it's just some billionaire who decides, I'm just gonna fund all of these candidates and I can do it legally. And I will definitely be paid back for this. These Congress people will vote in favor of laws that I want and oppose laws that I don't want. And I'll benefit massively, but it's not bribery, it's all legal. The entire thing is just so disgusting, Waz.
Yeah, that's the entire point of Citizens United and laws like it throughout the past about 3 decades now, is that rich people get to put their thumb on the scale, and the concept of one vote, one voice gets thrown completely in the trash, right? And I think that's part of why Democrats have moved on from their democracy is in peril crap, because you can't scare people about losing a democracy that's not democracying for them. Like, it's not as if the people's voices are heard by our freaking government. Like, I think the last important thing Joe Biden did was probably like CHIPS Act, probably. In terms of some major legislation. Like, there's no conversation about what's this next bill that's going to be this great thing for the American people coming down the pike in Congress. There's no convo. There's nobody going on the Sunday shows to sell it, or going on TYT, or going on New York Times or wherever to sell this great legislation. Because it doesn't matter. And because the elites, when they need something, their stuff gets rammed through. These people will leave vacation to come vote on an Israel package, a Ukraine package, a Wall Street bailout. Like, no matter what, they will get it done. Like, this gridlock only exists for us. And so, yeah, like the system is working perfectly for Elon, because it's like, look, I get to give these cats the money on the back end. And whenever I need a government subsidy for Tesla, whenever I need a government contract, from the defense industries, like, I'm going to get all the government largesse that I ever want. I spend this little bit on the front end. It's coming back to me 1,000-fold.
Yeah. Yeah, that is depressing, but I don't disagree. And yeah, look, like we've always said, the Democrats need to warn of the Republicans, but they could show that democracy delivers, that parties listen, that the will of the people can override the will of the rich every once in a while. That is how you win over people, and they don't do nearly enough of that. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?